something happened. Someone did something, and now the person was a victim. The person who it was done to is now a victim of a situation that was not their fault. Now there's two parts here. There's the victim situation and there's the victim mindset. And the danger lies when we adopt a victim mindset. If something happened to us and we were the victim, that's a reality. It's something that happened, but that time passes. And the thing that we choose to hold on to, you see, the thing that happened to us, we can't help that. Very often it was completely out of our control. But when we keep the mindset of that victim, so in other words, our circumstances have moved on, our body has moved on, in the natural, it's not our surroundings anymore. Physically we've moved, but the mindset doesn't move. And the mindset keeps that victim mindset. And that's what causes us to relive that situation that we went through. Because the situation was not maybe our choice, but the mindset, that's a choice we make. We choose the mindset we're going to have. And if we continue to see ourselves as a victim, then we never get to that place where we can see a different outcome. A victim mindset always sees ourselves as the underdog. It always sees ourselves as the one who is who's been done an injustice to. And that person always feels that they have to defend themselves. And the thing is that the victim situation is not there anymore. So we need to keep our mindset moving along with the time that it has passed. It's not to say we don't acknowledge what happened. We acknowledge that we were a victim in that situation. But time has passed, the situation is no longer there, and now we need our mind to also continue to move beyond that victim situation. And so that's what we do with things that have happened. But what about the situation now where someone is in a chronic victim situation? Someone is constantly making wrong choices. And that person is negatively impacted by it. They are in the victim situation. It's like a chronic victim situation. What does that person do? Here's the thing. You might not be able to change your circumstances, but you choose your mindset. You don't have to wait, actually, for that situation to pass before your mindset moves on. You can change the way you see yourself before your situation changes. You can see yourself as a victor even while you're the victim in a situation, something that you're the victim of someone else's actions. Your mindset doesn't have to be in that situation. So the thing with a victim mindset while we're in a victim situation is that if I see myself as the victor, my life begins to move towards that. You will begin to see much more clearly what you need to do, how you need to respond, the choices that you need to make going forward. And in time, that victim mindset that you have, eventually your life will gravitate towards that, and you will come out from under that victim situation. And also a victim mindset also causes us to be able to see clearly which boundaries we need to put in place for people who don't know where a boundary is, people who are overstepping the boundaries, people who don't understand that there needs to be boundaries, and people who continue to do things stepping over those boundaries, which end up causing us to be that victim. So when we have a victim mindset, we can see much more clearly what boundary we need to put up. What do I need to do to get myself away from the situation so that I'm no longer a victim in the situation? But it begins with the victim mindset. You're much sooner going to move out of that negative situation when you see yourself above or away from that negative situation. So change your mindset. Remember, your mindset is your choice. It doesn't have to be governed by your circumstances. You choose that. So choose to have the victim mindset even though you are in a victim situation. That mindset will help you to navigate through, and you will hear much more clearly what you need to do, and the Lord will lead you out of that, because it's not His will for you to be in a victim situation. It is not his will that anybody is done an injustice at any time. It's not his will. So get the victim mindset, and you will see yourself move out. And then once you understand that concept, you can live a victim mindset, so that no matter where you are in life, whether you're in a victor position or a victim position, you can always rise above, and you can always get beyond that victim position that you might find yourself in, which might have to be, it might have nothing to do with what you've done. It could be completely out of your control, but you can still rise above it. You have that choice of the victor mindset.